The goal is clear: a rich, bubbling wok of perfectly intact tofu, crispy beef, and a final scattering of bright green spring onions. We're going to build this Szechuan classic from scratch. 4 portions, deep flavor saturation, engineered in your kitchen in under 20 minutes. High-heat wok cooking waits for no one. To hit that 20-minute target, we have to start with strict organization, the mise en place. Set up your station before the heat turns on. You need your wok, your tofu, minced beef, and hot chicken broth. Beside them, stage your flavor trio: Szechuan peppercorns, chili bean sauce, and fermented black beans. Grouping these elements in advance guarantees you won't be scrambling for an ingredient while your oil burns. It shifts the process from panic to controlled execution. Step 1 is building the foundation. We start with 450 grams of firm tofu at the prep station.
Looking at this schematic, you want to break the block down into uniform cubes, exactly 2 by 2 centimeters. Tofu is highly porous and structurally fragile. If you drop cold, raw cubes directly into an active stir-fry, the mechanical friction of the spatula will tear them to shreds. To mitigate this, place the freshly cut cubes into a pot and submerge them completely in boiling water. Let them rest off the heat. This hot water bath forces the proteins on the exterior to contract and tighten. You've just built a structural shield around each cube, preparing them to survive the wok. Now we move to the stove. Add 2 tablespoons of neutral oil to the wok and turn the heat all the way up. Watch the surface of the oil closely. You are looking for the exact moment the oil reaches its smoke point, when the first distinct wisps of white vapor rise from the metal. Immediately toss in 1 teaspoon of Szechuan peppercorns. Keep them moving just until they release their fragrance, which takes only seconds in this heat. Next, drop in 100 grams of minced beef. Keep the temperature high to aggressively sear the meat. Raw minced beef holds a lot of water. We must drive that moisture out, browning it down until it becomes tight, dark, and highly textured. Forcing this transition yields a deeply roasted, crumbly meat that cuts through the softness of the tofu, creating sharp tactile contrast in every bite. Drop the heat immediately. The wok is holding massive thermal energy, and leaving it on high will incinerate our next ingredients. Add 2 tablespoons of chili bean sauce and 1 teaspoon of rinsed, lightly crushed fermented black beans. These fermented pastes are dense with sugars and complex amino acids. If they hit smoking hot oil, they carbonize in seconds, turning the entire dish sharply bitter. Over gentle heat, stir for about 30 seconds. Watch how the dark pastes fracture and release their pigments, dyeing the surrounding fat a deep crimson. This resulting red oil carries the toasted chili and fermented soy notes throughout the entire wok. It is the defining flavor matrix of Szechuan cuisine. To build the sauce, pour 100 milliliters of hot chicken broth directly into that red oil base. Drain your resting tofu cubes and slide them carefully into the bubbling liquid. Now we balance the chemistry. Stir in a precise pinch of sugar to round out the heat, 1 teaspoon of light soy sauce, and a pinch of salt. Notice this motion map. Instead of aggressive stirring, you must use the wok push. You are sliding the spatula under the sauce and gently lifting it over the tofu, preventing the sharp edges of the tool from slicing the protein. Leave the wok to simmer for 5 minutes. The firmed exterior of the tofu now allows it to withstand the boil, drawing the seasoned broth deep into its cellular structure. Relying on this gentle folding technique protects the architecture of the dish, yielding fully saturated flavor while keeping every cube perfectly intact. The simmer is complete. Cut the heat source entirely. Scatter in 2 tablespoons of finely sliced spring onions. The residual thermal energy in the broth is more than enough to gently wilt them without turning them mushy. Slide the finished dish from the wok directly into a serving bowl. Plate it immediately alongside steamed white rice. By organizing your sequence, understanding when to push and pull your thermal energy, and applying gentle physical mechanics, you've engineered a highly complex restaurant-tier meal right at home.